Hello and welcome, this is Best Foot Forward Shoes. My name is Harrison Cable. Thank you so much for checking out this video, it's really appreciated. Oh baby, we are excited. It is finally time. After a hotly anticipated release date and a couple of days after buying, we finally have the Up There and New Balance collaboration on the 860 V2. Going to do a little bit of a unboxing, a little bit of a first reaction. I kind of have seen these shoes on Instagram and on YouTube a little bit over the last couple of days. Some people have gotten some early pairs. We've had a couple of reviews already, so I'm definitely not like the first person to review this. Hopefully people who have subscribed and watched for a long time will appreciate the take on these shoes and know that I am very excited about this release. I've been posting a lot about it on Instagram. I'm sorry for everyone who has watched me basically post every day a picture of these leading up to this release. So here we go. Alrighty. So Up There collabs, they always come in this like really nice cardboard box, which I appreciate. You know, it's a little bit of personalized touch. As we've seen in some of the promotional materials, this shoe is just coming in this very nice gray basic New Balance box. Nothing else in the cardboard box. It just has your classic Up There congratulations launch card there. That's very nice. Now let's open up the box. All right, so here we go. We have this very nice, almost ripstop polyester bag, which we have seen. Give these an open up real quick. These are definitely going to be going straight in my car and going to be used for, you know, groceries and running around errands and stuff. There's no actual Up There co-branding on it, but it's still very nice. Looking at the actual shoes, we have a very basic New Balance tissue paper, and then here we go. Bam, bam, bam. So they already come with the lace shrouds, which is interesting. There you go. So they already have these little zip up pieces that already come on the shoe, and then they have the pink laces already pre-installed in them. I know a lot of people didn't really like these lace shrouds, but I think they're pretty cool, and I'll probably try and wear them with the lace shrouds first of all, and then might take them off depending on how we go. We'll get into the materials of the shoe once I unbox them. Then we'll go into some sizing and comfort of the shoe, probably at a later date, because I want to wear them for a little bit first, just to give you a proper actual review of how they feel on feet. What else have we got? So obviously there's another shoe in there because I have 2 feet, so I have 2 shoes, which is really good. And what else do we have in here? So as advertised, we have 2 other sets of laces. You have a blue pair of laces. You have a greenish yellow pair of laces, which is nice. And then lastly, you have an almost off olive, kind of pale olive colorway, which is nice. And then of course the pink ones that already come in the shoe. All right, it feels kind of weird actually seeing them like in person, because I've been posting about them. I've been seeing, you know, sneak previews, all the kind of marketing that Up There has really pushed with these shoes. They've definitely had a bigger budget in releasing this shoe, I feel, with the marketing side, because I've seen them everywhere, not only on Instagram, but also, you know, pop-up ads on websites. Complex, Hypebeast have all been talking about these shoes. Even people who I know are just straight up Jordan heads, they only wear Jordans, they were even talking about this shoe and saying that they've been seeing it everywhere. So some extra hype around this shoe compared to some of their other releases, which, I mean, it's nice to see the brand kind of growing and progressing in their collaborations with brands like New Balance and Asics. These released here in Australia on the 30th of October, and they will also be having a wider New Balance AU release on the 1st of November, which is the date I'm recording this. So if you haven't been able to get these on a raffle, which was from the Up There store, you can still go and get them from the AU New Balance website, but they will likely sell out, and you're probably gonna have to try and get them from the resale websites, if you wanna get these ones. I know a lot of friends of mine were obviously very keen on getting them, but they were really only gonna get them if they could get them for retail. So paying resale is probably not the best idea for them. But again, I'm not buying these shoes to be able to resell them. They are definitely going into the collection. They are going pride of place. They're going to be worn a lot, and I am super excited to have these ones. Starting with a little bit of context, Up There is a Melbourne-based sneaker boutique, and they also have a lot of fashion clothing in their store. They are one of the leading brands when it comes to Australian collaborations with overseas brands. Obviously New Balance is based in Boston, so an Australian brand collaborating with a big brand like New Balance or Asics, as they have done before, is really awesome to see, and it's definitely one of the reasons why I like supporting this brand. Definitely very patriotic about being Australian and wanting to support a brand like Up There. Just to hammer home that point, they released a New Balance 2002R a couple years ago, which is awesome. They also have a 1906R, which is great. And then they've also done a release with Asics on the Gel Light 3. And then they also did one this year with the Asics Gel Terrain. So, You know, they've definitely continued that theme of running shoes, that hiking, that nice comfortable style of shoe, which is pretty much synonymous these days with Asics and New Balance. So this Asics shoe that released this year was very inspired by natural flora and fauna of Australian bush. So they've kind of taken this first piece of footwear with the natural tones and kind of tried to recreate, so to speak, with this shoe. Very much inspired by natural flowers, natural tones of Australian landscape and wildlife. You can see down here, you've got the brownish burnt orange polyester on the ankle collar here. You've also got it on the back of the foot there, around the heel, and in multiple other places all around the shoe as well. There's little hits of brown, especially on the side there, which is very nice. You have the brown there, you have little hits of the reflective 3M material in between them. Then you have a very nice green olive just sitting around the outside, almost silhouetting the N logo. So yeah, first thoughts overall, very, very nice. Very premium looking, very nice feeling. I especially like the extra laces, a little lace shroud on the top. That's gonna be awesome. Definitely going to have to try and wear these today, and then going to come back tomorrow and probably review these in terms of the sizing and the comfort. But a first look at the materials, they're very, very light. They're very, very sturdy. I can see barely any QC issues at all. There's maybe a glue stain on the heel, a loose thread here and there, but overall it's pretty amazing, as you would come to expect for the price point and as you would come to expect from New Balance as well. You have a very nice breathable mesh here. I can literally see through it on the side here. It's a very open hold mesh. I don't really see any issues with breathability on this shoe. Obviously the 860 V2 is a running shoe, so it's going to have breathable elements. It's going to have a very comfortable NRG sole. You're going to of course have a stability web on the bottom here, which is in a really nice brown color. The blue on this shoe is one of the things that really excited me. It's almost like a purple blue in hand. It's not incredibly vibrant blue, which is very nice. One of the things that really amazed me about the shoe is that if you took the colors of the shoe, you took pink, you took like a light purple blue, you took the brown, you took this really nice, almost vibrant green as well, and you put them on a t-shirt or something like that, or any sort of color board, I'd be like, wow, those look incredibly vibrant, and I don't know how I would ever be able to put those on. And somehow Up There and New Balance have styled this in a shoe and made it look pretty toned down, to be honest. It looks a very, very nice and cohesive colorway. It definitely doesn't look crazy. It definitely is going to be an eye catcher, but it is not too loud. It's not too garish. I wouldn't really think that this could be considered an incredibly loud shoe. So I'm very impressed as to how they have melded the Australian wildlife and flora and fauna colors together into a shoe, but not made it incredibly loud or bright, but still made it stand out, which is very, very nice accomplishment. So I'm basically just gonna wear these for the rest of the day, and then I'll come back tomorrow and tell you all about the sizing and the comfort of the shoes.
A few moments later.
So it is the very next day. I wore these for the entirety of the day yesterday, and overall, I could not be happier with this shoe. The materials feel great, the comfort is amazing, the sizing is perfect. I really, really enjoyed looking and wearing this 860 model. There are some slight differences to some of the other New Balance retro models that you can tell. It is a little bit longer, it's a little bit sleeker. It really matches my kind of slanky aesthetic, so to speak. I really enjoy this one. Starting off with the sizing, I was very impressed with how the 860 fits. I have a little bit of extra room when I went with my true to size, which is a size 9 at 42.5 euro. I had a perfect fit around the heel. I had a perfect fit around the midsole as well. There was a tiny little bit extra room, but it was okay. I'm just going to tighten them up just a little bit. The comfort on the shoe is amazing. Also, I definitely put it through its paces. I went basically the entire day walking around on my feet all day, and I honestly did not feel any sort of discomfort at all, which is pretty much exactly what I expected. I obviously am just a little bit worried about getting them dirty. I think there's green material around the front. Will probably show some dirt overall, and then you can see a little bit of dirt right here from the places that I walked around yesterday, but I'm definitely one of those people who encourages everyone to wear their shoes. I know that we like buying shoes for the looks and kind of try to keep them in that pristine condition, but also they're meant to be enjoyed, they're meant to be worn and loved and experienced life through. One of the things I did want to talk about is the lace shield, the elephant in the room, so to speak. It is pretty much the first thing that whenever anyone saw me with these shoes, I was like answering a lot of questions about this little zip up thing. They were like, does it have laces? Does it make them feel tight? Does it make them feel weird? And to be honest, no, it doesn't make them feel weird. It actually kind of helps with the flopping around that your laces sometimes do. I think it's a nice little added piece. The only annoying thing, they definitely jangle a little bit when you're moving around in them. So in the end, I might take them off, but to be honest, I really do love the way that they look. It really is a very unique aesthetic when it comes to this shoe, and it really sets it apart from other up there in New Balance collabs and also other 860 shoes. So after wearing them, my overall thoughts are amazing. I am very impressed again. I am very excited to have these. I'm very grateful to have these shoes. Feeling very blessed to have them. I know a lot of people did not grab them. They were a shoe that sold out very quickly and not that many people got them in the raffles. So not trying to sound like I'm gloating or anything, but I am incredibly happy to have these ones, and they are going to be pride of place and honestly possibly my sneaker of 2024. Like, not gonna lie, this is possibly the best sneaker I've ever seen from up there. It's possibly the best New Balance in my collection, and I don't feel like I'm overstating that. I really love the way that the materials kind of play off each other. You have some different kind of mesh, you have some big hold mesh, you have some really thin mesh around the midsole here. You also have some very nice polyester and padding around the ankle. There's some reflective hits. There's nice two-toned blues. There's like a light blue and a dark blue, as well as a brown, mostly seen around the shoes. I already talked about that in the material side of this video. And overall, I just think they are very eye-catching without being incredibly loud and in your face. And I think that these are going to be, as I said, one of the best shoes I've ever bought. So to wrap up, just thank you to everyone for watching. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, which is a crazy goal that I never thought I would even get to by the end of this year. So thank you so much to everyone who has watched and liked and subscribed over the last few weeks and months. It's super awesome. Thank you so much for your support. You have a good day.